Have you ever just looked up at the night sky and felt this, I don't know, this profound sense of silence? I mean, in a universe this huge, this ancient, it's got to be one of the biggest questions we have. Well, today, we're going to dive deep into one of cosmology's most chilling puzzles and a new theory that might just flip how we see our place in it all.
You know, it really all starts with this one simple question, famously asked by the physicist Enrico Fermi. With just countless stars and potentially billions of planets that could be like Earth, the universe should be absolutely buzzing with advanced civilizations. But when we listen, all we hear is this eerie cosmic quiet. And the sheer scale of it all just makes the silence even more bizarre. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone, and many of them are billions of years older than our own sun. So you'd think, statistically, that life would have had plenty of chances to pop up and spread out. So where is everybody?
Well, scientists have a name for this puzzle, the Great Silence. It's this total lack of signals, or probes, or giant alien megastructures that has just baffled us for decades. It really suggests that something is preventing civilizations from ever getting to the point where we could see them.
And that brings us to the first, and maybe the most terrifying, answer to this whole cosmic silence thing: the Great Filter.
So try to picture the Great Filter as this one single monumental challenge, like a nearly impossible wall that life smacks into on its journey from being simple cells to a spacefaring intelligence. You know, maybe the filter is the spark of life itself, or maybe it's the jump to complex creatures, or, and this is the scary one, maybe it's that every advanced species just self-destructs.
Whatever it is, something is filtering them out. And that idea, it carries this incredible existential dread, right? Because it forces us to ask the big one. Is the Great Filter already behind us, or is it still waiting for us up ahead?
Okay, but what if it's not one single filter? What if we've been looking at this problem all wrong? There's a new idea out there called intelligence frame theory that completely reframes the whole situation.
So instead of one single, impossibly high wall, IFT says it's much more like a series of checkpoints in some kind of cosmic video game. The Great Silence isn't because of one catastrophic event, but because of how incredibly hard it is to pass from one level to the next, over and over again.
So yeah, survival isn't about beating one final boss. It's all about successfully leveling up through what the theory calls intelligence frames. These are basically fundamental shifts in how intelligence itself even works. The idea is that most civilizations don't blow up, they just get stuck.
Okay, so let's look at these levels. Each frame is like a playing field with a different boss, or selector, that decides who gets to pass. First, you had the cosmic frame, just ruled by the laws of physics. Then came the biological frame, where natural selection was the boss. Right now, we're in the cognitive frame, where our own thoughts and ideas are the key to winning. And the next level up? That's the generative frame, where success is all about running countless simulations at once.
So if you look at our own history through this new lens, it kind of turns out that life on Earth has already beaten several great filters. We've actually leveled up more than once.
I mean, our own history shows this whole progression perfectly. For billions of years, it was just physics doing its thing. Then, poof, life emerges and natural selection takes over. Then, with us humans, the whole game changed to one of ideas and culture. But check this out. Look at the time between these shifts. It's getting exponentially shorter. We are literally accelerating toward the next checkpoint.
So how do you level up? Well, according to something called the frame discard hypothesis, it's not about adding new skills, it's about letting go of the old rules. The best analogy is a caterpillar, right? To become a butterfly, it doesn't just add wings to its body, it has to completely discard its old form. Each leap for intelligence is just as radical, and just as irreversible.
And all of this, it brings us to right now, to today. This theory suggests that our current era isn't just another moment in history. No, it might be the single most critical checkpoint humanity has ever faced.
We are standing right at the doorway between the cognitive frame and the generative frame. This is the shift from biological minds thinking one thought at a time to artificial systems running millions of thoughts in parallel.
But this test it's uniquely hard. For one, all of our knowledge is trapped inside these squishy, mortal bodies. It just dies with us. Then you've got this deep conflict. Our ethics tell us to protect everyone, but the biological rules that got us here are all about survival of the fittest. They're in direct opposition. And the last challenge, it's the wildest. To pass this checkpoint, we might have to let go of the very idea of a single individual self and embrace some kind of distributed intelligence.
You see, this reframes the whole great filter question. It's not about some asteroid hitting us or a super virus wiping us out. It's about a profound internal test of our own evolution.
So passing this next filter, it's not just about building better AI. It's about solving the contradictions of being a thinking species stuck on biological hardware. We have to somehow, finally, resolve the deep conflict between our evolutionary past and our technological future.
This quote really just gets to the heart of it all. Intelligence evolves not by adding more stuff, but by shedding its limits. The universe seems to favor systems that can innovate faster, more efficiently. And we're now at a point where our own biology might be the very thing that's holding us back. And to keep going, we might just have to let it go.
So, maybe the Great Silence isn't an empty void after all. Maybe it's a graveyard of all the civilizations that just couldn't make this leap. The question for us, then, is whether this checkpoint is our final filter, the moment our brief little signal fades into that silence, or is it the moment we discard our final constraint and our true cosmic story finally begins?